Hut 8 began with a 80% ownership. Yeah, that's a bit more. And then Eric Trump is definitely plays a big part. He's our co-founder, chief strategy officer.
And then you have all the other people that come up and be like, okay, that's cool, but like, let's do something with it, right? Like, let's make it more usable, like all these different things. And now we see like, payment systems being built and it's actually being used more than just like from mining and from a holding perspective.
Because Bitcoin's not really active, not as hot of an asset class to like do active trading in, basically leads to holding, which means like, then the natural extension of that is like, okay, then lending should be easier to like get your money out, like if you want, right? And like, I think that friction because of like a lot of policy issues.
You've reached Toby and Brent. We'll get back to you.
In beautiful Miami, it's actually my second time in Miami, but we do have Michelle with us today. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for your time. I know you have a bit of a packed day today. There's a lot of stuff going on. So yeah, I'm very excited just to you take out that 30 minutes to come over here at the phone there, but maybe just give a bit of a background, who you are, what firm you're with, and then we can dive into some of the interesting topics discussed prior.
Perfect. No, thank you guys for having me. It was lovely to meet you. I'm the chief of staff at American Bitcoin. I've been here about a year now. The company launched March 31st in 2025. That was my first day at our parent company, Hut 8. Prior to that, I was petroleum engineering and a liberal arts major at UT in Austin. And then I went straight into finance, did oil and gas investment banking at JP Morgan, worked in consulting at Bain in Austin, worked at a startup called Crusoe in Denver. They were originally a Bitcoin miner and then transitioned to the AI data center development. And then joined Hut 8 and then married Bitcoin.
Now, I'm going to pack that story a little bit thinner because
it's a lot to digest.
No, my point is like, you went into oil and gas first, right? And now you kind of you came into the Bitcoin mining ecosystem, which are sort of different worlds. Yeah. I guess there was some consulting in between, but what kind of made you shift of like, okay, I'm going to go into mining, I'm going into crypto from a more like traditional industry like oil and gas?
Right, for sure. It was interesting at Crusoe. Actually, a lot of the business development team came from oil and gas originally, and they started with their whole thesis and objective to take natural gas that would otherwise be flared, and use it to power Bitcoin mining. So save the earth, very good environmental, very great with VCs. And yeah, so they reached out to me and it was just a natural transition of it. I wanted to get kind of away from the traditional JP Morgan, Bain and try something new. That location to be honest, a big skier. So I just wanted to go to Denver slightly and be a ski bum for a couple of years after working. Yeah, so it just kind of randomly came about a little bit. And then, diving definitely more into the Bitcoin space, crypto, but Bitcoin space, especially with American Bitcoin.
I've just chip in on that. How do you feel about like Bitcoin now, right? Because obviously American Bitcoin has made a lot of noise. Obviously Trump coming in, made crypto more friendly in the US, but obviously some of the challenges with the Bitcoin, like I had a friend that went to the Bitcoin conference just a couple weeks ago, and a very interesting thing I heard was Michael Saylor did not talk about Bitcoin, which from a guy that's the biggest Bitcoin arguably shill in the world to not like talk about it as like much is interesting, and I think kind of says like where the market's at. And so obviously you guys like very curious like your opinion on the like space, where Bitcoin's going. Are you guys still so bullish? Is there like other kind of alternative angles that you're looking at now? Like with Bitcoin, obviously the Bitcoin miners are now going to AI data centers, and I think it's a very like hot interesting topic right now.
Yeah, definitely. We met with some of our coverage analysts in Vegas last week when we were at the Bitcoin conference, and we had the same conversation. And I think there's going to be a lot of consolidation, or especially room to take the companies that are transitioning to AI and data center and take their exahash out the Bitcoin mining space. We already increased our exahash by 12% quarter reporter. We're at approximately 28 now, about 3% about the total network, which is crazy. So so we're definitely very bullish still. I mean, Bitcoin price right now is up, which is great. Hopefully it just keeps continuing. This industry seems to be very like volatile, cyclical. So I think we're ideally coming out on top eventually.
It's funny when Bitcoin Miami happened and Bitcoin Nashville, Bitcoin wasn't at a price level where it is today.
Yeah.
But right now, it's still, everybody was so excited at that time. Now, but it's depressed, and it's like when Bitcoin was half the price, you had Lamborghinis parking everywhere, and now everybody's depressed, even though we're higher than ever before.
Yeah. No, I think when I started at Crusoe, Bitcoin was at $20,000, and yeah, I wish I invested more.
Yeah, and what would you say to, because I had another conversation today with the family office that, and this is like for us, like running a venture fund, right? There's kind of levels of family offices or LPs that want to invest in like crypto, right? There's some that are like, we hate crypto. Then the next layer is like, okay, we maybe invested in Bitcoin because we want to get into the space. Then the next level is like, okay, maybe invest in like venture capital funds. Then there's like the next level of like trading, right? Where they have a whole like research arm and they do all that. What would you say? So like I was talking to their recent investor in us to run on their first like crypto investments. And he said, I've been approached by some like crypto hedge funds, and I'm trying to get the CIO, the rest of the guys to start investing in crypto.